Well, greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back once again, and for the very first time, to the Farts and Crap Show, where today, as per usual, it's your host, Danjo, here with part 88, I believe, of Pokemon Emerald Randomized Nuzlocke. Hope you guys are all doing well today. And, let's see, yep, this is indeed part 88. Alright, very cool. And real quick before we get started into the game proper, I'm gonna get into a little bit of technical stuff for you guys, for those who are interested in the artiste's perspective, I guess, of the technical side of like recording and producing videos like this and stuff like that. So I had my audio stuff, like that was a different thing. Today's not about audio. Today is actually about the visual aspect, the recording aspect. And yeah, I was having a little bit of issue earlier, and I don't know why. The other brothers cannot deny. And yeah, for some reason, the 3D usage on the GPU was like borderline 100%. And I was like, I'm using a capture card, like there should be some video decode and encode and like a bit of 3D usage, like usually like I'm using high presets and everything, trying to make sure, you know, the pixels are like pretty much perfect and stuff. And it was just like overloading. And it wasn't temperatures, it wasn't anything like that. We're sitting at a comfortable like 52 degrees, that is. And like video encode, which like a lot of NVIDIA GPUs have like separate CUDA cores like for encoding and stuff like that. And that's usually higher, because like, you know, high presets, quality presets, all that good stuff. So usually when I'm at the like highest settings, like that's at like 70%, encoding like 1440p video at like 60 FPS. But like the 3D usage was overloading like the other stuff, because it was like sitting at between like 90 and like 99% constantly. And I was like, okay, this isn't good, because like while it's fine for a little bit, like it's going to create problems in a minute. Like just not great. So, and it was like dropping a lot of frames. It was like going from constant 60 down to like 30 down to like 10. It was bad. And turns out the NVIDIA app had like an update, and like at first, yes, the NVIDIA app was pretty bad. They've drastically improved it this last like 6 months. And which, if you're watching this in the like later future, this is like early June recording, 2025. So what ended out, because I tried a bunch of different things, like, okay, maybe I should turn off low latency mode, maybe I should turn off this or this or this. The LOD bias, apparently that should be, because it's allowed by default on like I think all NVIDIA drivers and stuff, and maybe this isn't an issue for like the 50 series GTX cards, but I don't have one of those. I'm rocking a 2070. And it's apparently you don't really want that if you're primarily recording like on capture card, and I'll have like a separate video on like the details of all this stuff. I have a lot of notes that I need to go through and kind of need to collect my thoughts on stuff. Apparently the other thing that made a big difference is max frame rate, because like as far as like usage goes, I usually have it on maximum performance because, you know, the primary thing is that you know, I usually have like my recording software on like high priority, because like when I'm recording, that's like kind of the only thing, the only program that matters on the computer. So but then I realized part of these drivers is allowing for lots and lots of frames. Like, okay, but when I'm recording at 60 FPS, like the resolution is higher, and I know the card can handle like 4K and blah blah blah. When I'm recording at 1440, so maybe limiting the frame rate just to like 60 will help reduce the strain, because it's not like doing that automatically when I'm indicating, hey, this is 60 FPS, this is 60 FPS. And then maybe it's like using extra resources to allow for a lot more frames or something, I don't know. So it's like, okay, so I'll just tell the NVIDIA app, like, look, I need 60 and that's it. Like, nothing above, don't try going above. If you're not going above, I'm not like, the program isn't telling you to go above. And yeah, as it turns out, that combination of two things, because the negative LOD bias, like, you don't need that. And that can actually introduce artifacting in like things in motion. So another great reason to leave it off, especially, you know, capture card stuff, because the way capture card footage like is handled differently by programs like Streamlabs and OBS and stuff like that than like the game capture footage, which is essentially just like a screen capture of like a full screen application typically, so it doesn't have to do the full like video decode and encode that it would from an incoming source, like a capture card like over PCIe or USB. So yeah, I did those two, and now my 3D utilization is like below 20%. When before it was, yeah, like borderline, yeah, like 90 something, like whatever. And it's still doing the proper video encode, like that's sitting at a comfy like 70, which is for my chipset normal for like the high quality like 1440p 60, like that's normal. But yeah, I was wasting a bunch of resources on this like 3D stuff that just didn't have to be there at all. So yeah, and like the memory usage is way lower too, like it's at like 1.3 gigs out of 24, and like the dedicated GPU memory is like 1 out of 8, and like shared is at like 0.3 out of 16. So yeah, it's way better. Like most of what it's doing is video encode, and that is what it's supposed to be. So yeah, I think the major difference was limiting the frame rate, basically, because, and I don't know if that was partially on the display side or partially on like the render, all that other stuff. But it doesn't matter because my primary monitor is capped at 60 anyway. So I was like, okay, so the display is 60, the footage is 60, the encode is 60, like none of it needs to go above that. And YouTube doesn't allow for higher than 60 FPS anyway, so it does not matter at all. But as far as utilization goes, it's way more efficient now. And yeah, I thought it would make more of a difference to like switch to the power plan management thing on the NVIDIA app to like adaptive, because that's kind of what was suggested. It's like, no, maximum performance or consistent performance, but apparently they got rid of the consistent performance option, which is fine because I rarely used it. But under the right, when it's doing what it should be doing, under the right settings and everything, maximum performance is like, yeah, do what I tell you to the best of your ability, which should be like a fraction of your maximum capability. And now it is. So, way better. Yeah, way better. Because like even my like preview was lagging a lot. But anyway, that was my rant for the thing. Again, I'm probably gonna make like a separate video that's like more focused just on that particular issue, I guess. Potential issue. Because yeah, there's a lot of like driver controlled stuff, like whether it's from Intel, AMD, NVIDIA, it doesn't really matter. The defaults are usually garbage. So, and not necessarily garbage, but don't rely on them, typically. But yeah, we are... Oh man, it's been a while since I've busted these out. So yeah, single catch per route. We're doing basic Nuzlocke rule set here. First encounter only exception is species dupe clause. If this is your first time here, guys, and you want to catch up on the series, like this is part 88, so there's a lot to catch up on, but there's a big official handy dandy playlist that there will be a link to that at the end of this video, as well as the other series that we have going right now. We always have 3. So right now it's Sekiro, this one, and Wind Waker HD, but if you want to catch up on this series, yeah, check out that link at the end of the video, and enjoy. Hope you guys do enjoy. Try to make sure the production quality is very consistent across episodes here, so should be a good watch, at least from a technical aspect. What you enjoy is up to you. So yeah, Pokemon deaths are permanent and Pokemon must be nicknamed. We haven't had a single NPC trade. I might look up where they are in the game. Given and requested Pokemon are randomized, so like the odds of us having something that they want is very low. And no daycare, obviously, but we're about to be fighting Juan, getting the final gym badge, so it's a little scary right now. And we probably won't get a new catch on this episode, because I think one of the only ones we have left is Victory Road. Recently we got the Sky Pillar catch, which ended up being Shroomish. He's a flying type, because types and base stats and almost everything's randomized. But as a Breloom, he might have a secondary type that might be beneficial, so that might be worth looking into. And we finally got a Haunter recently as well, Cave of Origin. And he should evolve to Gengar at, I think it's 40, I'm not 100% on that. But we should be able to get like trade specific, aka impossible evolutions. So, for example, like Phoebus, I think evolves into Milotic in this rule set at 40-ish as well. So yeah, Seadra, Graveler, Kadabra, Haunter, Clamperl. I can't think of all of them right now, but those Yeah, the trade-specific ones. Let's see. We're done there. And I'm currently working on training up Hitsu, who's the most promising addition to the party. Dark and Fire, which great typing for Ninetales, honestly. I always thought he should be either Dark and Fire or Ghost and Fire. Pretty even stat-wise. He might need some EV training on special defense. I'm still considering that. And we don't have anybody else really that's going to be helpful, but Steve has pickup. So I'm just going to leave him in the party for now. He might pick up something useful. We're just waiting on a blue shard or a water stone for Blanca. Although if worse comes to worse and we lose some of our main guys, some of the evolutions were not terrible. Like there was, I think Jolteon was Steel and Electric, which is not great because 4 times weakness to ground, but at the same time, aside from the ground weakness, pretty damn good. Like, Steel is just helpful because resistances to tons of different things. But pure Electric would actually be better because the only thing that Electric is weak to is ground. So, but Steel is resistant to most everything. And yeah, for reference, like here's the Gen 3 type chart. As you can see on the right, Steel has like a whole bunch of reds, which are half, which means resisted. Of course, it's weak to fighting, it's weak to ground, it's weak to fire, and Electric doesn't really help with any of that. It just makes the ground weakness even weaker. So what the community refers to as a 4 times weakness. The super effective is typically double, and so if both types are weak to something, like grass was the example I used. The Tengu guy, Shiftry. So Shiftry is grass and dark. Grass and dark are both weak to bug type. So Shiftry is 4 times weak to bug. Or Pokemon like Wingull and Pelipper, who are like flying and water. Those are both weak to electricity, so they're 4 times weak to electricity. Part of the reason I don't like Gyarados, because he's flying in water, and it's like, okay, yeah. Especially in early gens, there's no physical special split until Gen 4. So yeah, water type moves are always going to be special attacks, and Gyarados is a physical attacker, so that just means as a water type he's not very good. And he doesn't learn any flying type moves, which are physical and go off of his better stat. So that's one thing that sometimes people are just like, oh, why don't you like Gyarados? I'm like, I don't like Gyarados before Gen 4. Like, he's fine now, but like, it's still not great typing, water and flying. And typically I don't like Pokemon that have a 4 times weakness to something. That's just kind of how it goes. With a few exceptions, if they have like a fantastic design like Torterra, like that's the only exception where it's like grass and ground, typically really cool except against ice types because he's 4 times weak to that. But he's a great Pokemon design wise. But yeah, 4 times weak to ice, not great. Anyway, sometimes Pokemon can like offset those weaknesses a little bit. Like if, let me pull up Torterra's stats real quick. Torterra has not the best special defense. He's got mostly physical defense, so that's not great. But he can have shell armor as a hidden ability, so immune to criticals, which is great in case he gets hit by like an icicle spear or something like that, where it can hit up to 5 times and each one has a crit chance. But yeah, So that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and get started. Sorry, I didn't mean for that to turn into such a different rant. But, oh, and the same reason, yeah, I don't really like Charizard that much. I like him for his design, but yeah, fire and flying is not great because you're 4 times weak to rock type. So, which was not a huge problem in early gens because there weren't very many good rock type moves, but nowadays there are, so. And Cogswell is going to be up front with the Drizzle, and I believe I already healed everybody. Because he's got Confuse Ray as well, which I was going to open with, and Metal Sound. And then either switch to Felicia or Doadir, who can hit with Spark or Icicle Spear, because this is a flying type gym. So. And now you guys are caught up. Shit. I like how you just do like a little ice skate animation on the thing. And I actually really like this gym. It's kind of lame that Juan keeps his fan club like in the basement, but shit, I don't know how to, wait, no, I see it, okay. Because that's the trick, is you have to crack all of them without falling, because you can only step on them once. Let me ask you, did you know? I should not be so coy. It was I who taught Wallace everything there is to know about Pokémon. Once I had given up my position as the gym leader. In my place, I had entrusted Wallace with the gym. However, a compelling reason arose for me to make a comeback. So many ladies wanted this mustache ride. Oh, but enough chatter. Let us begin, shall we? I think that's what he said. Please, you shall bear witness to our artistry. A grand illusion of water sculpted by Pokémon and myself. I thought it was an ice-type gym, typically. No? Water? Oh yeah, He's got that, like, I'm a fancy man, womanizer kind of shit, yeah. Abra. I don't know if he's actually gonna swap out, so I'm just gonna... Oh, you're starting with Sky Attack? With an Abra? Abra. Why even have an Abra, man? Oh, come on, flinch. And actually, between the two, I think Felicia has better defense. Yeah, Doadir has more HP, but less defense, and like physical, all flying type moves are gonna be physical, so. And so yeah, I'm gonna switch to Felicia. Which is kind of weird Felicia even had Spark, because in this randomization, like, Felicia's a ghost type, not an electric. Like, I didn't teach it Spark, it just had Spark. I don't think we've even seen an Altaria yet. Alright, actually gonna do the same thing. Because a while ago I lost a Pokemon, because of my carelessness. So I'm gonna play it safe. Especially because his Pokemon are higher level than mine, so... Oh, okay. I'm not gonna resist that, that's a problem. Okay. Not a huge problem, apparently. So, I'm gonna switch to Doedeer this time. Got balance, huh? Flying and electric, I'm assuming? So, he's faster than me. Oh, so if I do Metal Sound now, he'll probably hit me first and then it'll hit? Oh, unless he hits himself, right? It's not bad. There we go. Yeah, I don't think he's smart enough to switch out after a debuff, so... Let's see, how much HP are you missing, dude? That is 60 even? Yeah. It's not bad. I mean, he might go for the Thunderbolt again just because I don't resist it. Or, okay. Or he'll go for Bounce again. Okay, yeah, you're decently fast. Okay, that kind of hurt. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. Keep going, buddy. 825. Fuck yeah, dude. Okay, special attack got a 3. That's not bad. Special defense is still barely going up. Buskin. Okay, I know this one. It's ice and flying. So I could... Yeah, I could just leave Cogswell out for this. It's not a bad idea. Just kind of like heal up the other guys. 43? What's his highest level? I know he's not much of a special attacker, yeah. Because I had a Blaziken. Kinda had shitty stats. He was like very defensive and really low special attack. Actually, you know what? I'm not sure why I even did Metal Sound. I might just leave Cogswell out for this one, because Steel is also going to be super effective. Though Felicia kinda needs the experience, though. I mean, he also has way more physical defense than he does, like, special defense. I don't know. I'll try a Meteor Mash and see how it does. Would be really nice if Cogswell had Iron Defense, but I don't know, he's pure Steel type, so maybe he'll get it later. I think he is learning a move at like 40 something. Okay, he's still confused, good. Probably about to snap out of it, though. Mm-hmm. It's not bad. Yeah, it was like, if he's just gonna keep healing... I guess he's done... Apparently we got some dropped frames again. I don't know why it did that. You were good for like a solid 30 minutes. Wow, the 3D utilization jumps back up. Maybe it's trying to do something in the background? I don't know. Wait, you have 2 Altarias? 46? Jeez. Sorry about that. Apparently we had some drop frames again. Although that was a while ago. I don't know why it's just now saying something about it. I guess I'll heal the paralysis. I mean, that takes a turn, but... Damn it. There we go. Okay, even a crit Thunderbolt shouldn't be a problem, so I'm gonna try Confuse Ray. No, it goes for bounce, damn it. Okay. I'll roll those dice. Damn it. I already dropped special defense. I just want to, like, switch in, I guess, to Dodeer. Apparently his special attack is really good. Fuck. Alright. Paralysis cuts my speed. I mean, even without the paralysis, I'm slower than him. There you go, buddy. Yeah, I don't know why it was skipping frames. That's weird. Okay. So now he's confused. He's probably going to go for Thunderbolt. Dodeer won't be affected by it because it's Park Ground type. Then we can counter with an Icicle Spear, which should mostly take him out. If it hits 5 times, I would say definitely take him out, but... Alright, so on one more, or 2 more. Yes, dude. Alright, that's what we like to see. Damn! Oh, and a Breloom. Okay, this is actually kind of cool, because I don't know what he's going to be, but... that's true, I don't know what he's going to be. Yeah, so Cogswell, you have the most resistances. This is his final Pokemon at 4. Okay, so his big buster was at Altaria at 46. Alright. Soda Pop, probably, right? That's almost 60. Yeah. Okay. I mean, this is a nice preview to see, like I said, we just got that Shroomish. So, to see how viable he might be. Lava Cookie, yep. Is that all you got, man? Just... flying? That's it? Shit, Safeguard is stat reduction? Or statuses? But... not confusion, right? Like poison and paralysis and stuff? Okay. Safeguard does protect against that. Alright. So we'll try to figure out if he has a secondary typing going on. Yeah. I mean, he's only using Drill Peck. I mean, I get it. Drill Peck is a good move, but... and that was neutral. Felicia's got that pressure and 100 defense, so Felicia should be fine. Okay. That's not bad. Like, how much is that? 33? So even a crit should do like, yeah, 66. So let's just go with the spark, see what happens. Safeguard again, okay. So it's not going to do the paralysis thing. But he's down. Okay. Haha, excellent. Very well. You are the winner. From you, I sense the brilliant shine of skill that will overcome all. However, compared with me or even Wallace, you are lacking in elegance. Perhaps I should make you a loan of my outfit. Haha, I merely jest. You couldn't pull this shit off. Rather than my clothes, I shall reward you with this, the rain badge. I guess it is supposed to be a water type gem. So what's with all the ice then, ma'am? Having the rain badge shall assure you the full obedience of all your Pokémon to your every command. The rain badge also allows the use of the HM move Waterfall to scale walls of cascading water. And, so that you never forget the battle we shared, take this. Please let it be a Psychic type TM. Is Aeroblast. Fuck, is it really? That's like surprisingly on brand. Shit. 195? Okay. I mean, that's kind of cool, but I don't usually fuck around with 5 PP moves. Shit. Oh, Wallace and Steven are gone. Probably got bored because they took so long. Let's see. But Kitsu got a level, like 1 level. Not all that, but almost 2 levels. Steve did not pick up anything, okay. I think I'll keep him in the party for now, though, just because, like, Frosh, yeah, I got a little bit ahead of the rest of the party. And, of course, I want to keep training Kitsu. Man, I really need a Psychic type TM for Arcanine, because he's not going to learn anything. And he's, like, so optimal. Like, he's slow, but you don't need speed in this game. That just turn order, that's all it is. He just needs a Psychic type TM. Really blows. And what is Mr. Lix again? Oh, Psychic and Fire, right. But he's not a special attacker. And his physical defense sucks. He's wasting all those points in speed. And, Shroomish? Like, Shroomish, maybe? It doesn't seem like he's gonna get a secondary type, though. Based on that Breloom that I just fought. So, we need to teach... I don't really like Waterfall. What does Steve have again? Big Tears. Okay, so we can teach Steve Waterfall. And then he can just, you know, be in the party for that reason, you know? So, yeah, I mean, it's not a bad move, but it's not a good move. I mean, comparatively. Although... Hold on. No. Yes. Actually, what does Randy have? Because, like, 80 is not bad. He's got Muddy Water. I mean, Water Pulse is good. Confusion chance is, like... I think it's like a 30% confusion chance, too. So, like... I wouldn't get rid of Muddy Water, because it's, like... the accuracy lowering thing is really nice. It is only 10 PP, but it is powerful. And the chance for those kind of debuffs is really good. I think Waterfall does, like... I know nowadays it has flinch chance. I don't know if it has flinch chance in this game. So I'm just gonna teach it to Steve for now. I can look that up though. Okay. Let's see, Waterfall has 20% chance for flinch. In this generation, Waterfall is considered to be special. I already know that, because the physical special split. I guess they made a note of it because nowadays Waterfall is a physical move. I guess. Doesn't say anything about the flinch chance though, I'm assuming that's also correct, but... I mean, it is 80-100. I guess Muddy Water is like 85 accuracy. But we don't have too many moves that can lower accuracy. Yeah, I'll just do this. It's an HM. If I change my mind, I could also like teach it to Randy later. It does not matter. And I'm just gonna put Felicia up front for a little bit until she gets that experience. She's pure ghost type. Like, she's not weak to too many things. Like, you gotta watch out for dark and other ghost, and that's pretty much it. So, like, we're alright for now. So yeah, basically, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but there are multiple waterfalls throughout the game that we can climb now and access some things that were, yeah, previously inaccessible. So I know there's a few to the west of Fall Arbor Town. Like, I think there's one like about here, and there's also one like in Meteor Falls, I believe. And you can't just go north from Rustboro. There's definitely one next to the Weather Institute. And aside from that, I can't think of any others. The main one, obviously, is like on the way to Evergrande City, so... if we could hit that up first, to try to get our catch chance in Victory Road before doing the other stuff. Because like I said before, I think that's gonna be our last catch chance of the game. I think. Like, I'm not 100% positive on that, but I think so. So it might be worth going there just to get our Pokemon, and then see if it's somebody we want to train. And I think we still have, yeah, we have one more Master Ball, so we could just get it guaranteed. And I probably want to use the Master Ball anyway, just in case it's something like a Memento situation, or a self-destruct, or explosion. So yeah. I think we'll do that. Just kind of head over there to Evergrande and then see what we can catch and then run around, revisit places. Because, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that is going to be our final catch chance for the game. And, like, I know I put Lily Cove on there as a possibility. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. I don't think we can catch anything there. So yeah, that's gonna do it for the gameplay portion for the video, guys. So thank you for being here. And of course, before we get going, two things. It's Poke Fact of the Day and also the outro. And today's Poke Fact is about Jirachi, the Wish Pokemon, which is also a signature Gen 3 Pokemon and one of the final Pokemon in the Emerald Pokedex. And I don't remember exactly how you even get Jirachi in Gen 3, to be real. It says trade from another game. Like, I'm not even sure how to get Jirachi in Gen 3. But he is a legendary in Gen 3. And yeah, there's not too many interesting things about this guy aside from the talismans, I guess, are very reminiscent of like the wishes that people leave on like shrines and stuff. In Japanese culture, and part of the reason he's called the Wish Pokemon. But in Pokemon Shield, like Sword and Shield actually had new Pokedex entries for Jirachi, which I thought was very strange because Sword and Shield don't usually do that for most of their Pokedex entries. And I don't know if there's even a way to acquire Jirachi in Sword and Shield. Like, I know they added that Dynamax thing in the DLC. I think they called it Dynamax Adventures or something like that, where you could acquire certain legendaries. I don't think Jirachi was part of that. So yeah, I think it was one of those event Pokemon kind of a thing. Pretty sure. Anyway, in Pokemon Shield it states, the Pokedex states, it's believed that when this Pokemon wakes from its 1,000-year slumber, it will grant any wishes written on the notes attached to its head. And I thought this was very funny because, like, apparently based on the other Pokedex entries, like in Pokemon Sword, it, in previous games, it also says, like, when it's awake, it's only awake for 7 days. Like, for a week. Every 1,000 years. So yeah, it grants wishes. But the people who wished on Jirachi are likely long since passed. So, kind of weird, kind of strange, and yeah, it's one of those Pokemon that, like, honestly, I forget exists sometimes because it just hasn't really been in many Pokemon games, but it was introduced in Gen 3, so anyway. Before we get going, guys, it's time for the outro. Special thanks, updates, all that good stuff, and a very special thank you going out to the current Arts and Crafts Show members, the amazing people who helped make it possible: Novalis Draconis, Aaron Schick, and 97 Johnny Boy. Thank you so very much. For choosing to support the show a bit more directly via channel membership, it vastly helps out. Very much appreciate it, and it is very much optional, so you guys are extra awesome for doing so. And if you want to be incredibly awesome like these amazing people and get in on all those membership benefits, check out that join button down below. If you know what I'm talking about, there's no join button for you. There's also a link in the description that talks about becoming a channel member that does the same thing. And before we talk about membership tiers, a quick little word on YouTube handles. That is Y97JohnBoy is an @ symbol in front of his screen name there. That is a handle, so they're unique identifiers on YouTube that help with a number of things, namely navigation. And he has a channel of his own. It's great stuff. Highly recommend it, which you can easily go check out just by going to youtube.com/@97johnnyboy, and it'll take you straight there because handles make URLs a lot shorter. You can also punch a handle into YouTube search. It will narrow down your results significantly. And since handles are 100% unique, it's another way to double check and make sure you're in the right place. But yeah, membership tiers on this channel start at $3 a month. It's roughly 10 cents a day. Gets you into all the basic stuff, including getting to vote on the series you get made here on the channel via the Members' Choice Polls. It's a thing we do once a month for a full 7 days over on the membership tab, and that is how all of the series get decided. So, a while ago we did wrap up the ones for May. That was the last week of the month. And there were 2 of them running concurrently because May was also the anniversary month for the channel. Still is, but yeah, we will have one for June. It's likely going to be towards the end of the month once again, because it's been the last week of the month for a hot minute now, like 7 months in a row or something. So odds are pretty good it's going to be the same way. But yeah, I'll have a better idea on that the closer we get to like halfway through the month. That is June 2025, by the way. But yeah, this is an approximation of future announcements from the past. So if you want all the announcements as they happen and the bell doesn't work for you, I get it, the bell doesn't work for me either, but there are 4 other ways to stay up to date. We have the post tab here on the channel, the Farts and Crap Show Twitter, the Bluesky, and the Discord. I always post on all 4 whenever there's an announcement, so regardless of which one of those works for you, you can stay up to date. And links for those are down in the description, also on the channel banner. But yeah, that's going to do it for now. So thank you all once again for being here, guys. Till next time, take care, and I hope you all have an incredibly awesome, just beautiful, wonderful day.